Hey Justin, good news.
What?
The network has greenlighted another 6 episodes of Freedom Planet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we can do 6 more episodes of this, or however many we do. I have no idea. But anyway, guys, welcome back to VO Booth. We're still playing Freedom Planet.
Amazingly, I mean, after almost falling asleep at the last playthrough with all the cutscenes, I'm amazed that we're back at it.
Last playthrough there, we had some gameplay.
We can't let the guards hear us.
Okay, do you remember the story up to this point?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I don't have to explain.
Amazingly, I do. It's almost like they cram it down your throat with really slow cutscenes.
I love this game though.
Now let's try and figure this out. We gotta bust out of here.
So
I don't quite remember their names though. So it's Lilac,
Carol is the green one, and then Milla is the
Milla. That's
dog.
right. The dog with really weird ears. I always think it's weird when they have the animated ears like that, but I guess that's how ears are.
What do you mean the animated ear?
The floppy ears that you see on like a lot of animated dog, like anthropomorphic dogs.
Are real dogs?
Okay, real dogs' ears don't look like you're like, you know, smuggling eggplants with your ears, man.
Okay, that's true.
Ooh, I'll pretend I have to pee.
You could probably fly away with those ears if you had strong enough muscles.
Yeah, you probably could.
Do some curls.
I mean, she can like float. So
Does she like float or does she like helicopter down?
she floats. I showed you in like a previous video.
I think you might have. But it's been a little while. We're back after a while.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
She's a dog. What do you think she's doing?
But she's an anthropomorphic dog, man.
Dogs can do whatever.
This is like, okay, that's a weird thing about anthropomorphic things. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of DuckTales and Tailspin and like all these Disney cartoons where anthropomorphic animals are just a thing. But the one thing that you never really find them doing is stuff like digging in the ground with their face.
Okay.
The sooner you find Torque, the sooner we can get out of
So there's gonna be a for people who have played the game before, there's gonna be a transition here via editing that you would not get if you're actually playing the game. Welcome back. The reason I did this was because
oh my gosh, she runs like a dog too.
Yeah, it's adorable. So the reason I did this was because so Milla doesn't have a story mode yet. I think they're gonna eventually make one. Just eventually when they update it. But so this is actually her first level you play in her classic mode, which has no cutscenes or anything like that. And a lot of people think that this is probably where this where we ended the cutscene right there. They think that's probably where this would go if this level would go, because it makes sense because they were in that prison and this looks like it.
Oh,
so yeah. But this is her first level, so it kind of doesn't make sense where it's placed. But it looks like this is what she would be doing if she were trying to break out of the prison, and you know.
Man, I forgot about all the store brand sonicness of this game.
Yeah, but it's so cool. Look at the rotating thing.
But they're just moving back and forth, man.
So we're playing a new character, and so I'll explain things really quick. So I checked the README for this game.
Does she just like make a cube of Jello?
She is psychic, apparently. According to the README, which I didn't...
So what is that, a block of psychic energy?
Yes.
I don't understand.
So basically she has a few moves. She has this block that she can throw. She has this shield she can put up, which is less helpful than you.
Okay, that's very Invisible Woman. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And then if you have a block and then have the shield, you get a big shield. And then when you release that shield, you get a big little psychic blast. And even this little shield, if you just tap it, it does do a little bit of damage. So that's kind of her basic attack, but she doesn't have like any slashing sort of.
This is the weirdest character ever, man.
Yeah, and she has this little floating thing.
No, yeah, okay, so she's more dog or more creature than human, unlike all the other characters. I feel like the other characters are a little more human than creature.
Hey.
There's the way that she acts, the way she runs, the way like she's very cartoony and animated, which is fun. But then she has like kind of the more I mean, a psychic ability like that, or a mental ability like that seems like more advanced than the other characters, because the other ones are like hack and slash, you know? Kick and high kick and motorcycle.
It is a little bit more difficult to play as Milla, to be honest. And also, as you notice, she has like half... Oh, she can also pick things up too. But you also know she has half the health up there, if you look. makes things really difficult because she's not very good at attack. Well, she's okay at attacking, but
Is she considered like the more difficult character to play,
I think so.
or the most difficult?
I consider her the more difficult character to play. I think most people would, if you were to ask.
How very Super Mario.
Yeah, I like the swimming mechanics in this game. It's not it's just not.
My problem with most swimming mechanics is that you tend to move really slowly through water.
Okay, so we had to restart just because my
Your computer had to update. It was letting you know, Windows was letting you know that there's an important update involved that probably does nothing but like, I don't know.
Oh gosh, this episode's gonna have so many edits. I was so worried about this happening last time too, and like when everything went off a hitch, I was like, oh, this is awesome, but no.
It was just saving it up for the hottest day in California.
Yeah. Well, if you lived on the west side, this wouldn't be a problem.
Well, I don't live on the west side, Tyrone. I live in the valley. But I'm damn proud of it, except on days like this.
So I've still been doing research on this game, so I just, have some facts I can talk about.
You just fed a fish.
Yeah, I just fed a fish a block. It's a stonefish. It's a
stonefish that likes mental jello.
We're playing a platformer. Anyway, so one of the things I've always kind of disliked is Milla's regular walking speed. Just the animation for it, because it makes her look a little too girly.
Oh, it looks like she's skipping.
Yeah. The reason for that, though, I learned the other day, was the guy who did the sprite art, he posted on the message board, and he said that the reason Milla walks like that and the other characters don't is because, it's because, oh, I defeat him really quickly.
Nice.
I guess I just happened to, I don't know. Anyway, but the reason she walks like that is because she's barefoot, and I guess if you're barefoot, realistically, people tend to develop a pointed walk.
Yeah, you kind of, it's a way to kind of, I guess, guard against really hurting your feet. Yeah,
whereas if you're wearing shoes, like if you notice the other characters, they wear shoes, and so they walk with a heel, with a heel kind of walk. And so he actually showed a comparison to how Milla used to be, which is she used to have the heel, and then how she is now, where she has the pointed walk. And I really like the heel walk so much better. But I can appreciate the attention to detail.
I can say, yeah, well, okay. I think it's cool that he put that kind of thought into it. I think actually that's really cool.
Yeah.
However, I also feel like it wasn't completely thought through, because if you look at people that do go barefoot for a really long time, they do eventually kind of develop a heel walk, because they've built up calluses on their feet so much. The only ones that I feel take a tender way to walk on with barefoot is if they're just not used to it. Like if you were walking with barefoot on concrete, even you kind of gingerly use it's almost a toe heel method instead of a heel toe. I don't know. I love the attention to detail though. I'm glad he can explain that, because it is a little weird, but
yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was a bit. I mean, I know they're girls, but it was just oh, too girly for me. I was watching the episodes we posted, and I noticed that the times I really cringed during the cutscenes were just when they were just getting all girly with each other, and.
Oh yeah, there was a weird love fest going on.
Yeah, well, but it's funny though. I mentioned it. I mentioned it in the comments, but. I had to watch, the cutscenes a lot while I was editing.
Right.
And as I watched it more, I was oh, this is kind of cute. I was this is kind of adorable.
It wasn't the cutscenes that bugged me. It's that it has this kind of very classic RPG element, old console RPGs where the animation between the dialogue was almost longer than the actual. Is this a secret? The animation between the dialogue was almost longer than the dialogue, or as long as the dialogue, where I almost feel just in good use of edits can really pick that pace up and tell the story in a more efficient way,
Right. I was trying to activate a glitch.
Oh.
Last time I tried to do that, she got stuck and I had to reset.
I don't know. I think it's weird that she's more dog than. She's more creature than all the other characters.
Can I also show my appreciation for, I like this, I like her ducking sprite, it's adorable. Can I also show my appreciation for her float technique, which, unlike in Sonic, you can kind of cancel it, but then redo it as long as you still have, your float energy.
Right.
I just have that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's,
that's good. It's
because you can do it, stop, do it, as long as you have, it's much better than the way they do it with Tails and.
You don't feel like it makes it too easy? So I honestly think that's partly why they did it with Sonic was because it made it so that like the level design didn't work as well because you could kind of float to exact locations, you know?
No, I think it works fine.
All right.
Yeah, there's nothing in the level design that I think that makes it bad.
All right. Well, I mean, I just think it was a choice that Sonic made. It kind of looks like you're spinning around with an umbrella, like Mary Poppins or something.
Yeah. So yeah, that's her attempt to break out of prison. I don't know.
Why is it? You know what's funny to me is that you're probably right because in almost every video game, when you break out of prison, you end up in a sewer of some sort, and this is clearly a sewer.
Oh hey, look! I finally get to show off the bonus game.
Hey.
Here we go. So you just hit this dice, and like if I collected more, see this number up top? If I collected more, I'd be able to hit dice more, but I didn't. So.
You got a diamond.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
What? Oh, it's a shield. Okay.
Yeah. So this. Oh, also this level is exclusive to Milla, which is why I wanted to show it off.
Oh, okay.
No other character gets to play that level.
I always kind of dig games that do that. To have like kind of the alternate routes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Milla's deal. We might play more as her again. Who knows? But
I like her. I like her more than Carol.
We haven't played as Carol yet.
I mean the other one.
But we will next time on VO Booth.